This is KISS, ABC.com, David Bissell again. Hi y'all. We're going to do things just a little bit different again, change it up a little bit. I just found this in the middle of the Arizona desert, and it just reminds me of some stuff I've seen in my life. First of all, a little bit of explanation. Keep it simple, survival. Always be creating destiny. It's something ongoing from this point on. It's always going to be creating destiny and always be saving lives throughout the world. 7.4 billion of us now, but we got a long ways to go. But we got enough hands here, I believe. We need them all on deck. First, let's give it up to our military, our Marines, lost and found and still out there and gone and passed. Thank God for those guys. Our Constitution, thank God for those that wrote it and that still look up to it and honor it every day. The great state of Arizona and the ground that we got here to walk on, and then I'm above ground, so we're going to be happy today. Okay? So let's just get rid of the notion that you still have your house right now and you're watching the video on your computer, okay? Let's just, for a minute, if you could, preconceive just something in your head for a minute. You woke up and you got a red alert of some kind, or a tornado alert, and this is what you see. This is what's left. This is what's around you. The house is gone. The barn's gone. The horses are gone. The goats, the pigs, the chickens, they're all left. And you came through a gate that you used to go right to a barn with, or right to a corral or something of the kind, you know. And people have gone through this. Humans have. And so, what I'm trying to impose onto you is just a situation that you could preconceive in your head to see what I see. So if you came over and you saved your family, right, and you grabbed your one box, a Costco box, or whatever it was that you grabbed to think that was valuable versus life, or your children's life, or your family's life, or your wife's, something else that was more important than them, keeping them alive. This is what you saw, what was left, what didn't get ripped up, if you will. And you are left with what you grabbed in that 5 minutes. In the event you only have 5 minutes or 2 minutes, sometimes not even that. And you got your wood and stuff, your post, you got all that. But what else do you really have? You have barely anything to survive on. You don't have water. You don't have shelter. And you don't have hygiene now. And you don't have the kids' toys, the children's toys that you bought, Toys R Us. God forbid they take those ones, right? Anyway, my thought process came in the form of that when I saw that on TV over the years of my life, and enough was enough of it. So, when I got into it with the bucket, because I met a gentleman that showed me that a lot of good things could stay in the bucket and fit in the bucket. All I did was make it more. And he was in a minus 20 degree weather up in Montana, where I had raised my son. And I got a call saying that this fella needed a place to stay. He showed me some things that I've never seen before in my life. And when I saw it, I saw the concept for everybody of survival. And that was what I was telling you before. Like, I didn't choose what I did to learn what can fit in there. I went out and did it myself because I wanted to know what it's like at minus 20 degree with nothing except the bucket. What's it like in 100 degree weather in the middle of the desert with just a bucket? If you can preconceive and you wake up to your nice farm and this is what you have. There's nothing there no more. Everything you purchased, all your assets, and the fellow once told me, I talked to a couple people about it, and they said, well, I got insurance. Well, that's right, you do. And I'm pretty sure State Farm's going to run out there and build the farm again. But, if you're not preparing for what's coming, then why are you waiting for it? You're waiting for it by going to work every day, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. But you're not preparing for the next shot, or the next shot, or the next shot. I mean, what if, God forbid, your daughter needed some sugar because she was diabetic, and the tornado took the refrigerator, and you don't have one now. You don't have no candy. The candy store left too. And those concepts came into play when I decided that I had to do something about it. Okay, so I want you to understand that the reason why I do this isn't because of me at all. It's because, you know, when you see a young couple that just starting out, and you know, I come from experience on this, and they don't have nothing. They have, you know, themselves. They have the desire for love and a family and the American dream. And, you know, then the next thing you know, a year goes by and their home gets lifted up. And, you know, I talked to a gentleman that said, you know, three times he went through a tornado in his life in Oklahoma or in Omaha. The Tornado Alley, every year, you know. I don't understand how we cannot prepare for it today. Today we have the means, we have the will, the desire, the determination, just as our forefathers did, to make this great country. So if I'm walking in a place like this, I would say that, you know, you did a good thing, because you got a bucket now. And, you know, your nice fortune home over there is gone, but that's okay. You know, we can build another one. We got plenty of wood right here. We can start with that. You got your bucket for your children, and you got your bucket for your family for 90 days. And anybody else that comes around you and says, you know, hey, I don't have water, my family might die, well, I can give you some. If not, we'll go find some in a cactus and make it. You know, those are things that matter, and that's why I created the site. And it goes with the positive posting of BamBamPost.com. Positive posting, conditioning our children, our lives, every day, in every way, always and forever. And as well knowing that uncertainty of thinking that you're not prepared because you didn't order a bucket or put your name on that list. You know, we all put our names on lists every day, or a list of some sort, whether we're going to be tired today or excited or very passionate when it comes down to what it is you're doing. You know, I'm not a salesman. I don't like to sell people anything. I'm more of a teacher, if you will. I could teach you that these things would save your life, and that you would save someone else's and pay it forward, just like the movie. Great movie, by the way. You should watch it. Anyway, when it comes down to what it is that I'm explaining, it's just a simple concept. As simple as you getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth, if you will, or you doing your hair, taking a shower, and God forbid that your wife or husband or your other half and got you some conditioner for that long hair, because you're going to need it. You don't need to, and a brush probably with that as well, you know, or something like that. But anyway, you know, when I grew up, we didn't have any of this. We had to earn this, you know. I remember when I was in Mount Lacaris, you know, I had a paper route, and it was free. They didn't have to pay me to go deliver it, but at a young age, I started delivering it, and delivering it on time, every time. So that way, they knew that no matter what they gave me, either way, it was still going to be there, okay? I started out at an early age working because my mother taught me correct. If I wanted something that was nice or significant, and I wanted to appreciate it, I had to work for it. So, you know, I did things that were amazing as a child as I look back, but today, whether it be amazing or whether it be the concept that I came up with or the idea, that's great. But, you know, it doesn't go at the end of the day when we still see disasters or floods or tidal waves or tornadoes or hurricanes or earthquakes, when we don't see survival, something, and prepare for that. And yeah, we have FEMA. FEMA's great. They're gonna big agency, but we got 7.45 billion people here that we need to think about. Even you, your family, your friends, your grandfather, your grandmother. These people matter. These people that matter to you. And at the end of the day, what would make you want to not help them or let them? You know, sometimes we have to think for others. I mean, we can't think of everything, you know. But we have 218 countries, 7.5 billion people. The sun hits all of us at 8.4 seconds in the day. We all have the same 24 hours. We all on the same earth. And so when we all come together, it's better than coming together with just one. You know, we can put this together with just all of us thinking alike. And the reason why I did this was because I am one of those persons that when I see something that I don't like, I fix it. Or I'll do something to create and concept and do an innovative way to make it happen. And so mine is just the love that I have in my heart for human life, and for those who are out there doing a better good. And I thank you guys for that. Keep going, and keep doing stuff. Don't let me stop you. I'm applauding you. This is my little thing that I got going, and when I say little, I mean like little. Little, like the sky is up here, or like the desert. Big, okay? But if you only had this to come home to at the end of the day, and it would have took $333, and 30% of that goes towards all those kids that don't get to see this, then, you know, the concept that I put it together is in the form of just saving lives, whether it be on the other side or whether it be putting people to work. If I can get a guy that's homeless a job to help pack buckets in America, that's manufacturing a bucket. And he might learn something to do, something better. He might know something that will go in there to save your guys' life or to save someone else's. There's 7.4 different ways I could do it. And beyond, if you will. That's just one number. So, you know, the gate got some things taken off. Some of it's broke. And, you know, it still stands here, though. And you grabbed, you know, your box of Costco or fries or Winco food, but you forgot that, you know, you forgot water, you forgot the shelter, you forgot things that matter. And we can't think of everything. What we can do is put this together with everything from, excuse me, dusty out here. Or it's not dusty, but it's dry. Everything from your children. Everything from your wife, your women's needs. You need to understand that these are not for just me. They can be different in different languages, and they can be done throughout the whole world. There's 218 countries, 218 different countries that we could take these buckets to. And again, I'm not a salesman. Teach them that preparing for the future is something that is a normal American way. You know, it's something that you could do on your own. It's something that your friend can do on their own. And every day you can do this as it's just something that you want to do. And it doesn't even have to be the buckets. Once you get the bucket, you got your own life now. You got your life under control, at least what I would see, because now you can survive. And if it was something that you could survive with, well, then now you can go ride your horse. You can start building this block, you know, getting this house rebuilt, getting those things done. And, you know, a lot of people run from their problems. And believe me, I've been there too. I'm human, remember? Just like you guys. We can't run from what we can't see. We have to create something to prevent it. So in the event that something happens, we have it in place already. We have it in place, and we already have something to where my kids know to go to the closet and grab that before anything else, before they leave their home, because they were told that a hurricane's coming in and tidal waves coming in off the coast because there was an earthquake. You know, the water covers 7.4 or 70% of our Earth, the ocean, and it's 7.4 miles deep. That's a lot of water. And right now, I don't think you have a flotation device with survival gear in. You know, I don't want to say, but I've asked a lot of people. Like I said, I've traveled 3 times around the Earth and talked to a lot of people in my life, 37 states, and gone through many of them. And they, you know, most people will tell you, oh, I'll probably just grab my pictures and stuff. That's great. You might want to back them up online, because your pictures aren't going to feed your family. You know, your pictures aren't going to feed your horse that may have survived somewhere. So you got to think ahead just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not asking you to change your job, your career, or stop what you're doing. By all means, let's just make that more. You know, like I said yesterday's video, a good surprise is one that says, you know, honey, I thought of us today. I took 10 minutes out of my day and ordered us a bucket because I want you to survive. I don't know, but if you said that to her in a very soft tone and maybe brought a rose with you, she'd probably love you for life, you know? And she would know that you thought ahead, so that way she would know what to do in the event something happens, and your children. You know, the caravan's nice, but it's not here. They left with the tornado. Some people end up with other people's homes on there, and all you see is a post and a little fence. And, you know, it's not what's left is where you got to start, but at least you have a bucket full of stuff called survival stuff. It's an experienced bucket. I'm not one to go out in the woods, and I've seen some other videos where they show you this, and this. I know you know how to light a fire. If you don't, I got stuff in there that a child can light a fire with, your wife could light a fire with, or a woman, man, doesn't matter. If you know how to strike a match, then you can light a fire. I don't want to open up a bag and sit there and say, well, look, I'm going to show you 90 days in the desert. You know, I don't have to. I already did my 90 days. I was in minus 20 up in Montana and my water froze. Remember I told you that? I didn't have a place to go. I had nothing but the bucket to survive from, and a blanket that I grabbed. And believe me, the coldest nights that I've ever been with have been up there. So the concept of it is very simple. Keep it simple survival and always be creating destiny. Part of creating destiny is you ordering a bucket for your wife, for your family, for your other half, for your great friend, and saying, this is what I want to do, and it's coming from me. Don't let nobody take that from you either. If you're going to give, and then say it's okay. You know, don't let some people take things from you that when you are a giver, if you will. And you know, you're not obligated to buy right now on there, and it's not because you have to place your order or put your visa in to do that. I'm at the stage where I want to see if it even means anything to the American people, or even the people that have watched this video, or even if you're talking about it. And so, if all you got left is a picket fence and a post, I hope you got a bucket, and I hope you got a bucket for your family, and that you take the time today and realize, remember, we only have the time that is in front of us right now. And we're not promised tomorrow, nor is anybody else. And it's what you do in a day with someone's life. So get up, put the clicker down, push the VHS, take the VHS tape out, shut the computer off, and sit down for a minute and think what it is that you need. Think for a second, or even just the whole day. Take the day off, I'll give it to you. It's your life. I mean, why not, right? Call in sick or something. Tell them you're riding a horse out in the desert. And when you do that, just write down the things that are important to you. If your life isn't on there, my life is very important. How would I do that? Well, I'm trying to take the uncertainty out of that notion in your head. So that way you can get back to work on what it is that you love to do with your passion. Whether it be answering a phone or driving a car or going to a construction job and putting a flag on the side of the road. It doesn't matter. I have many friends that love what they do. And they do it every day. So, I'm not here to sell you on an idea or the website being growing. Okay, I'm not, you know, I don't want to sell you short of what I'm doing. The truth is that you have a 90-day bucket full of stuff to survive. And it floats, has a rope. You can tie your kids to it or bungee your wife with the bungee in there, or your other half, or by all means, your mom and everybody else. You know, different situations for different things come up. And as it comes up, your job is just to know that. And when I said prepare for it, you know, as our president, he has blood in the cars that he drives around. That's his blood. Preparing just in case he gets shot. God forbid anybody gets shot anymore. But at the end of the day, we don't need none of that. What we need is life. And that's a form of survival. Life. If that's what you need in there, you need something in there, then put it on your list on there for us to put in there. And by all means, we'll put it in there for you, personally put it in there for you, so that way at least you know it's personalized to your situation. Whether they're diabetic or whether they need some medicine of some sort. You know, these are things that need to be thought of ahead of time, so that way you know that we can prepare to send you the buckets that you would like to see. As in, the content will be listed on there. But for now, you know, right now let's get through the notion inside your head that thinks that you need something you need a salesman in front of you with a great commercial or a nice big Hollywood background where a guy comes in and says, you know, something else. This isn't that. This is a straight up approach to you, to your family, to your friends. Okay? I'm just a simple man, born in this country just like you, with a heartbeat and a breath, and I choose to do something every day. And I did say some things yesterday about seniors on retiring and getting rehired. You know, if you're the grandma, grandpa, or great-grandma, great-grandpa of someone, I hope you are, and someone enlighten them off of just your stories, off of the stories that you haven't told to somebody. Like I said in that other video, a gal named Betty out of South Carolina. I took the time in my life to get to know her, and it was amazing, one of the most amazing. Shortly, a month after that, I heard she had passed, and she's in heaven right now. I know she is. So, take the time in your life to realize how valuable it is, and how much passion do you really have towards your family. You can go build your bunker, but what are you going to do? Come out and be the Adam and Eve, the only one left here? It's not worth it. You can't cross the river of success by yourself. You have to bring people so you can celebrate. Everybody's included. We're all humans, and all of us work together. And that creates a big Super Bowl, if you will. And so whether you're rich or, again, let's define that for a minute. Rich is a quality of a person. Wealth is something that people obtain over time. Wealth over time. Time over wealth. Being a rich person doesn't mean that you have to go get a bunch of money to go be yourself or to be honored, okay? Get up in the morning and get yourself up, and you deserve to get up and be positive with what it is you're doing. Know that everyone around you loves you and that you have the ability to change lives. You do. It's inside you. Trust me. Dig for it. Find the love in somebody when you didn't even think it was there. Someone did that for me, and you know, at the end of the day, you could pass it on. You could take that on to someone else and pay it forward. Pay it forward so many times it just grows so much. Okay? And know that you're loved by this country. They want you to do nothing but do something that contributes to the greater good. And that way you can get up in the morning and raise your hands to the great sun that we have and have that passion for life. I want you to. And if anybody tells you otherwise, come back to the video, because I will say it over and over, or you can play it over and over for yourself. Repetition. Okay? You're a great person. You're a beautiful person. You have great traits. You love everything that you walk on and everything you say. And what it is that you need from me is just a little bit of insight to what it is I'm trying to give you. And you know, don't think that don't want you to take it away from me. What I want you to do is allow me that. Allow me in your life a little bit by saying I want to save your family, if you will. And then that way you don't end up with just your good fence and your house gone. Okay? Because, you know, we should have horses here and some goats. And they look like they left too. So, you know, I'm a country fan, country boy, whatever you want to call it. Love the country. And this is the greatest country in the world. And I know you know that. And I know you guys know who I'm talking to. And if this gets to you, then maybe you should show somebody that it might get to them. And that way they can see the love inside your life that you wanted to pay it forward. You know, I'm doing this just to give it to you so that way you can take the ball and go run with it. Go run with it how you want to. Send me your stuff. Send me your wishes or what it is you desire inside there. How you would like to see your bucket. But don't wait until you end up with just a fence. You know, sometimes life throws you some things that you can't control. And you got to get out of these fences. You got to climb them up. You got to go over them. You know, you got to get out of here and start over. You got to walk through that. It's not that hard. Okay? And if it is, go ahead and call me or send me an email, and I'll help you out. I'll do whatever I can to I'll call a million people for you if that's what it takes. But just know that it's coming from me, and be thankful, grateful, and appreciative. And, you know, forgive those who have nothing, I guess you would say, when they think they don't, when they have everything, like you and I, a heartbeat and a breath, and I'm above ground. So I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to love my life every day in the great sun that took 8.4 seconds to get to me. And underneath the stars and the moon, look up and thank your maker. But at the end of the day, when you lie your head down, know that you have a job to do, and know that you're wanted, and know that you have everything it takes to make this happen. Everything already is inside you. All you got to do is get up, place the order, and you're good to go. That notion's gone now. Now you can start something else. Now you can turn the page, like Bob Seger said. And you know, don't wait till this happens. I mean, God forbid it does. So let's get started. Let's get up. Let's get motivated. It's going to be a great day for you. And you know, I'll do another video today for Bam Bam Post. And at the end of the day, just know you're loved, and that go out and spread some love. Okay? David out.